Hey, what the crap's going on, YouTube? I finally overcame YouTube's new crappy dashboard changes. Every time they fix something, they break something. In their new YouTube studio that's replacing the creator studio, whatever the heck they called it, that was great. At first, they didn't even have a way for you to get to your live streams. You had to go to your channel and like go through some weird method to get to the live streams. And this live stream dashboard was working pretty good, and then they changed something on it today, and no matter how many times I started my stream and had it right, it was sending, and YouTube's like, oh, we're not getting any data. And I'm like, well, you're stupid. So I had to hit refresh over and over and over and over again. So there you go. Anyway, we're here. We're here. How y'all tonight? Warner, how's it going? Cyber, Broken Sky, Marshall, Diogo, Gray Shirt Gaming, all the way from Tokyo. AC5025, what's going on, man? Glacia, Senshi, what's going on? Going handguns, that's good. Hey, so here's the plan for tonight. Speaking of which, how's the music compared to the voice? Is the balance okay? Let me know. I do need to hook up my headset real quick. Give me just a second. Okay, good. Sound balance is good. Got it. All right, so what we're going to be doing tonight, we normally, on game night, speaking of game, let's flip over. So normally on game night, we do community battles. It would be hard for you all to do community battles with me tonight because you don't have the same build of Total War Warhammer that I do. Hang on, where's it at? Here you go. See? The Hunter and the Beast. I do want to go check the embargo and make sure I'm not breaking any rules, because there is still some content under embargo. They announced Gotrek and Felix today, which is pretty exciting, so you all know that that's coming, but I can't show you any of that still, and so it somewhat limits what I am able to do tonight. So I'm going to read my embargo for you all, so that you know what I can and cannot do tonight. And then the reason I'm reading you this is so that you know what you can ask me to see and what you can't ask me to see, okay? That's the objective here with this. So, the things that I can do: I can release multiple videos of any length. I can stream without limits. I can record all factions and campaign content, except campaign footage of old Empire lords. Okay, I'll get to that in a second. Play as any of the new legendary lords, including Marcus, Nakai, and Gor-Rok. You can include, and I can include any cinematics if they're tagged as spoilers. Okay, here's what I can't do. I cannot play the Empire rework factions, so that essentially means no Mortal Empires campaign gameplay as Karl Franz, Balthasar, or Volkmar. I can play as Marcus Wulfhart, because he's part of the DLC. I am not allowed to upload cinematics individually without gameplay, and I can't do impressions or reviews, okay? So again, the things that I cannot do tonight: I cannot play as the reworked Empire factions in Mortal Empire. So no Karl, no Balthasar, or Volkmar. I can play as Marcus Wulfhart. Okay? Got it? Gor-Rok or Nakai. Any of those. So, that is the rules for tonight. Otherwise, I want you all to be bringing suggestions. In fact, I asked you all to go into the Discord earlier and put some suggestions into the suggestion thread. So let me go and see a few things that people have placed. If you haven't joined the Discord, you really should. And sorry, I know that a lot of times at the bottom of the screen it's me looking to my left. That's because that's where my stuff is when I'm playing. I'll be facing more front and center, so be patient with that. So, Heir of Carthage. Suggestions. Okay. Let me go back. I set up that stream today. So, that's going to be the 6th. All right. Today. Where did today start? All right. And only single entity unit battle. Probably not going to do that at the moment. Says for questions tonight, how viable and fun do you think a head-to-head campaign would be with these new lords? Like, what if you had a grace period of 20 turns to build up forces before actually fighting because you're so close together? That was a question from Dawn Shield. Okay, so that's a good question. Let me move this over and then stick my chat back up there where I can see it. Obviously, I will answer some stuff from chat. So let's go take a look at a few things then, okay? So, new campaign. Let's look at Eye of the Vortex first, because we're talking head-to-head campaigns in Eye of the Vortex, and then we'll look at Mortal Empires. So, and I don't know if it's like wrong for me to even like show the campaign map, but here's Gor-Rok. So he is starting not far from Tehennawin, and then Nakai is starting just a little bit further northwest of him. So I mean, you could end up in a head-to-head fight with Wulfhart very, very quickly. In this case, very quickly.
Never waver.
Yeah. So Wulfhart is at Scorpion Coast. Gor-Rok is right down here. So if you did a grace period, it'd probably be interesting. Otherwise, I mean, you could be fighting in like the 2nd or 3rd turn with Marcus and Nakai. Now, Gor-Rok and Marcus would have a little bit of time to meet each other and might be a very interesting head-to-head campaign, especially thematically. So hopefully that answers your question, Dawn Shield. Now, the Ritz said, do you think the power creep is getting worse with each new DLC? And if so, how is that affecting the game or meta? Well, so first of all, it's always very difficult to understand what is happening with power creep whenever you're in a test build of the game. Sometimes you can get an idea, sometimes you can't. And I see your comment, Ungram, and thank you so much. I will get to you in just a second. Let me finish this thought, and I will get right to you. So, yeah, so where I was at with that is I don't know what the meta is as of this patch. They've said they're going to release all these different patch changes. You've got the new units. There's not a ton of new units. You have new lords and abilities that come with it. The balance is going to have to be seen after the patch releases and you get this into the hands of people on a large scale. It's very difficult to tell what balancing looks like on a small scale when you don't have a lot of people messing with it and seeing how to break it. So yeah, I mean, obviously the Lizardmen are going to be stronger because they got some new units. I don't know that it's going to be ridiculous, but we'll have to wait and see. Empire is going to be better at hunting monsters, and they're already pretty decent at it. So it's a few things to keep in mind with those, just from kind of a micro level, not necessarily a macro look at all the factions. Now, Ungram, thank you so much for the 15. You are far too kind, sir. I really appreciate all your support. You are the finest dwarf on the channel, no doubt. It says, I just want to thank you for the many good memories I have received. Salty Air has been the best. I wish I could join today, but I got to root for the Thundering Herd against Boise State. All right, go Marshall, folks. Go Marshall for Ungram's sake. He needs his herd to beat the Boise State. Well, you know that. I mean, so look at the shirt I'm wearing tonight. So I've got an Oklahoma shirt on. I don't know if y'all can see the OU thing there. But yeah, I've got a grudge against Boise State also for that crap they pulled in the Fiesta Bowl all those years ago. So please feel free to beat them down. We haven't gotten a chance for revenge yet. Anyway, thanks, Ungram. Enjoy the game, man. I'm going to be watching some games tomorrow myself. All right, now as far as other questions from the thread, let's see here. Let's see. So Appius says the new Lord has a special ability where the damage dealt scales based on how much damage the target has received. How would that do against a target that has healed a lot of damage, like Vlad? Is the damage dealt based on the health bar or how much he has taken in total? I won't be in the stream tonight, so someone can tell me if Air answers. All right, that's an interesting one, and we can probably go test that. It's a good question. I wanted this to be, again, for the community, and I could just get on here and play, and if that's what you all want me to do, I can start some campaign. I have a campaign started. We can jump into it. But I figured you all might want to get some questions answered first. So and since you don't have access to the DLC, I'm doing my best to try and provide that access to you as soon as CA allows me to, from an embargo standpoint. Alright, let's get Daddy in here. Daddy, Daddy. Yeah, that should be good. Yeah, that should be good. Yeah, Boise State, Boise, Idaho. It is college football season. I'm super excited. It's going to be an interesting year, hopefully. Dov Plays says you should play a battle or two against Dov Plays. If you're out there in the chat, man, let me know. Or Indie Pride. If either of them show up and they want to play, I am more than happy to play a battle with them. I'll probably do one because I do want to get some campaign in, but I would be delighted to play a battle with them. Oh, Dov is there. Let's see. Let's go shoot Vladdy Daddy a little. Wulfhart's bow causes some intense damage. It's not super accurate versus these tiny targets. It's really good against monsters, obviously, because it has a bonus for slaughter. You can see he's actually missed twice already. I've usually seen him do better than that, but Vlad is a pretty small target for a lord. Yeah, see, he missed a third time. Finally hit him, and you can see when he gets a hit, I mean, it hurts. Vlad's gonna immediately heal it off. So we'll kind of get a chance to see here. Let's see. Let's get this focus shot fired up. We get multiple of them, so we'll see. You gonna shoot there, Wolfie? See, it didn't do very much damage. His health bar and total damage taken was pretty low, so we'll test it again here in a minute. Let's get him damaged up a little. I like how Vlad's just standing there, like, completely unfazed. He's like, whatever, come at me, bro. Ooh, that hurt. Alright, well, we're definitely inflicting some serious damage. Now, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna stop for a second.
All right. Yes.
You just sit right where you're at, buddy. Let's let him heal. Okay, now see his health bar is back up. Let's just dodge him for a few seconds. We should be slightly faster. Hey, speaking of which, folks, the 13th of September. I'm going to go put the live stream together tonight so you all can link to it. The 13th of September is going to be my 250,000 subscriber special celebration. I have taken the day off work. I will be able to spend a ton of time with you all. Holy crap, he's catching me. Regardless of my fleet-footed. Get away, you monster. Here, let's shoot him. Alright, so he's completely healed everything we've done to him. Holy crap, man. I don't know if I can keep this guy off me long enough to test this crap. There he goes. Alright. So we know we've done a lot of damage because he's no longer able to heal. So let's turn fire at will off and get ready to do our test with focus shot. I'm going to stick him with the hunter snare and then hit him with the focus shot. So we'll see whether or not, because right here you can see he's taken a ton of damage, he's healed a bunch of that damage, and we'll see whether or not it actually stops him, or see whether or not he still takes a lot of damage. Okay, here we go. Let's watch what happens to Vladdy Von Daddy Karstein. Yeah, it's the health bar that it's based on. I'll try to prove it. Good grief. How's Vlad so fast? He's only got 40 speed, and I've got 43. Very tired. It could be because he's fresh. He is a lot faster than I would think. Wulfhart is slow. He's too slow. Now, fleet-footed makes him viable, but it's the only thing that makes him viable. I do think his speed should be a bit higher, and if they have to nerf fleet-footed slightly accordingly, I'd be fine with that. But I feel like he is too slow for any, you know, real vibe. Oh, here, hold on. We gotta kite him up a little first. So we gotta take a bunch of his health away. We'll take him down to about half health, and then see what the shot does to him. Daddy getting kited. Daddy's getting kited. One more shot. Okay, there we go. Alright, let's see. He's now down to half health. Roughly. A little under. Oh, yeah, it hurt him. It hurt him real bad. It hurt him bad. I'll bet you Vlad kills me, though, right here. Let's watch him find out. Wulfhart is not good at melee, and Vlad is pretty decent. Let's see if Wulfhart can finish him. I don't think he can. I think Wulfhart's going to get owned. Yeah, Wulfhart is an absolute crybaby against any capable duelist. Woo, yeah. Vlad is putting a whoop on him. Here we go. Let's let him finish it. What do y'all think? Vlad or Wulfhart? Oh, looks like Wulfhart may barely. I don't know, though, boy. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. Oh, just barely. Just barely. All right, well, hopefully that answers your question, Appius. As far as the healing goes, it is the actual damage in the health bar that it scales to. Okay, so the question was, does it scale to the amount of total damage given, like for a healed unit like Vlad, or is it based on the health bar? It appears to be based on the health bar, from what I saw. Okay, it appears to be. Let's take a look at a couple more questions. Let's see. Oh, just play with Dov plays, and then Reptile King said to give Reptile King early access. Now, seeing as I don't have additional early access, Dov, do you have a lobby up? Do you want to get a lobby up, and I will join you? Happy weekend, Luke. Thanks for being here. I haven't gotten to look at Gor-Rok yet, while I'm waiting to hear from Dov to see if he has a lobby. I'm going to take a look at Gor-Rok just real quick. So, the Lizardy boys. Yeah, I literally have not gotten to check anything on him. So constant augment, target self. If hit points greater than 50%, he gets an extra 4 leadership melee attack. That's pretty nice. It'd be even better if it was like a aura, but you know. So an augment to self if he's engaged in. Oh my goodness. Oh, recharge if engaged in melee. I was like, holy crap, that's OP. Okay, no, it only recharges if he's engaged in melee. He gets vigor and physical resistance. It's okay. Let's check over here. Shield of Aeons. Augment instantly affects the target area for 23 seconds. Target self and allies in range. 60 armor and expert charge defense. Yeah, that's going to be worth a lot in saving your line from the charge of like monsters or cavalry or monstrous infantry. That's pretty big. Mace of Ulamok. Extra 40% armor piercing, 44 melee attack. Holy crap. And then 40% weapon damage. Good gravy. So 50% weapon damage would be 225. 40% is going to be... so let's see, 10% is 45, get times 4, 120, so what is an extra, yeah, hang on, so 40%, 10% is 45, multiply that by 4, 4 for 4, 160, 180, so it's 180 that you get on top of it, so an extra 180 weapon damage and then 40% more to the armor piercing damage, which is a lot. So that's going to be pretty brutal. Alright, he does have a lobby. It's Dob versus Air. Okay, let's go join up. I'm assuming he wants to play the Empire? Fecal Fury. Thanks for the 2. What a name. He says, hey Air, which DLC Legendary Lord will you play first? I've been playing Wulfhart first. I would certainly like to try Nakai, but honestly Nakai is less interesting. He's okay. He's pretty fun, and Ancient Kroxigors are a lot of fun, and the Dread Saurian would be a ton of fun in campaign. It's just Nakai is it's okay. I just don't find him as interesting, and I'm not saying that Wulfhart like blows my mind, but he's pretty fun. He's pretty fun. He's not bad. I really lament that Wulfhart and Nakai neither one has any mounts, and so it's kind of disappointing in the sense that like you don't really have a whole lot of things to get all excited about that you're giving. There are some bow abilities that are kind of cool to have with Wulfhart, but it's like forever in the campaign he's slow and on foot, and so I don't know. It'd be kind of fun to have something to put him in. I know Nakai has a giant croc, and probably not a ton of stuff he can ride around on, but I don't know. There could be something fun, right? If he's anti-infantry, could you stick him on top of a Stegodon or Bastillodon Arc of Sotek or something like that? I mean, that'd be pretty cool. I'd be down. All right, multiplayer battle. All right. To show off your Empire boys. See if he wants to show off the Empire. I'm kind of hoping he does. Put Nakai on a Pterodon, but make the Pterodon waddle around because he's so big. I think YouTube just censored you for having the word fat in your comment. I'm gonna play as the lizards. All right. I don't know, Dob, if you're still listening to me, but if you are, please don't. I'm gonna talk a little bit about the army I'm picking. So I'm gonna trust him to be cool here. And thank you, by the way, for being on and playing with me. I'm excited. I wanted to have him here, so I'm glad he got to. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna try out some large units. Ooh, man, I don't know. There's just a lot of risk here. The Empire is crazy good versus large units at this point. Crazy good. I kind of want to try a life slan. Yep, lizards have access to life and lure of fire now. It's pretty exciting, actually. Pretty exciting. Hmm. Hold on, I'm thinking this one through here. All right, let's give it a go. So my strategy here is to not bring any big targets for him to shoot. It's pretty straightforward. Heal my infantry. I should be able to overcome state troops with Saurus warriors and skinks. A little bit of demigriff protection. My weakness in this army is that I don't have anything good at beating down a very powerful lord. So that's the risk I'm at here. My anti-large is fairly limited. How y'all doing tonight? Let's see. Let's read some of the comments here. Lizards now have access. Yeah, they got Lore of Fire. Yeah, vampire counts definitely aren't going to like the Empire having... well, I mean, the Lizards having it. Especially with the Dread Saurian and Lore of Fire. Yeah, it's vampires rip. I'm dying in graduate math. Broken Sky, hang in there, man. I had a ton of math in my degree too. Of course, I never really minded the math in an engineering degree. It was heavy math, like I did a lot of calculus and stuff, but it was very practical math. And so I kind of liked it. I think what I'm going to do is keep a couple spear units back. Actually, no. Let's go ahead and flank the spear units. Support them with the javelin, because that'll slow down Cav. Stack a spear rider in. Need the Saurus here. There is some method to my madness here. Hopefully y'all will see. Okay, got my healing. Banishments. Shield with the old ones. Alright, and Dav is sure to give me a heck of a fight. He is... I mean, he should be a better player than me. I'm not saying that like, oh, he should be, like that if he loses he's bad. I'm just... He plays more competitively than me, so when I'm saying he should be a better player than me, it's because I think he is. Doesn't mean that you can't lose a game. There's a portion of this game that being good at micro and controlling your troops is a big part, and then there's a portion of this game that is picking the right army for the right situation. So, Wicked says smash the like button to help here. It does help. We have 137 people here and 40 likes. Perhaps a bunch of people don't like it, and that's fine if you don't. But if you do want to help, it is a great way to help, and it's very easy. Ooh, I knew he would bring his pistolas. What is it? Pistoliers? Let's give him a little javelin action. Little javelin action for his trouble. Nope. Don't waste them. They're on the move. Alright, Legion of Chakwa, that's actually fine. Let's go ahead and use our ability, just see if we can get those guys to waste some ammo. He's got Wulfhart up front. I don't. I Could try and catch... Well, he's got a net. Let's not do that. Oh, my slan. Boy, he is giving me the business here. Okay. That is a nice early combo there that put my slan in some very, very serious pain. He's got the Altdorf Griffites back there, so I'm not in a great position to do much. Boy, he is going to snipe my slan to death, and there's going to be very little I can do about it. I don't really have a good place to use this bench, and I'm going to throw it out here. I need to get up here and support my troops a little. Alright, I see an opening here. Let's see if we can sneak through this opening. Ah, he netted me. He knew what I was up to. Try and use my magic before my slan dies, because he is going to die. Dat Lord sniping. Majorly effective. I really needed my chameleon skinks up here a lot sooner. He's got a summon on me. I am wrecked. I'm going to get absolutely wrecked here. I'm too blobbed up over here. I don't want to fight those war wagons. Get up and get Wulfhart. Scar veteran got wrecked. I should have taken better care of him when I lost my lord. Yeah, we're dead. The sniping was severe, and the what you call it, the slan had no way to avoid it. He's too slow. Holy mackerel. We got sniped hardcore, and without the leadership, it's going to be very hard to stand up in a fight, especially with Altdorf Griffites present. And look over here, we're about to get hit by another one. We haven't even damaged Wulfhart. You see how good Wulfhart is at taking out a target that's big enough to aim at? He's quite good. He's quite good. So even though my infantry has every advantage there, you can't live when your lord's dead. You've got a unit summoning behind you that causes terror, and you'll have the Royal Altdorf Griffites with terror, so it's a very effective combination. Take the leader off the battlefield, and then... Very effective combination. We got crapped on. Straight crapped on. Trying to think how you stand off better against this. So Wulfhart's range is limited to 180. It's a risk because the Empire can bring cannons, but some solar engines would have been super helpful because I would have been able to pick at the Black Lions and Wulfhart from a pretty good distance. I don't remember the range on the solar engines, but they could have been quite helpful. I gotta tell him GG. Check out his units. Very effective pistoliers here. And then the Altdorf Griffites was clean in house too. Black Lions, I don't know if it paid for itself, but it's a useful unit because of the damage that it was inflicting. I'm gonna try one more. Go easy on him? Whatever. He's the one that needs to go easy on me. What battle are you guys watching? We got straight wrecked. I knew that could be a risk, taking that slam, but I figured, we can heal it off. But I mean, we were literally dead after like 2 shots. I think it was Amber Bow, focus shot, and then he hit me once with the Hellblaster volley gun, and we were dead. Like we were dead. And with your Slan that dead, it's over. Slan's very vulnerable to the Empire missiles. I just didn't think he could kill me quite that quick, because the Slan are usually a little bit resistant to missiles. Look at that. That was with 40% missile resistance, folks. Imagine. Just imagine. That's with 40%. If I would have kept the Legion of Chakwa close to the Slan, that would have also helped. It would have also helped. So... hang on, he said Gor-Rok gives people missile resistance? Gives physical resistance. He doesn't give anybody missile resistance. Who gives missile resistance? Again, physical resistance. Did anybody see Gor-Rok giving missile resistance? I don't see it. Is that what he said? He has a 55 missile. Oh, it's a shield. I got it. Shield. I got it. I want to play a little different here. No, this is way too crazy. That's way too crazy. We can't do that. We can't do that. Holy mackerel. Oh, why is there just no happy place here? Oh, I don't know if I love this idea, but I'm gonna leave those boys home. Let's see here. I want these guys because they're anti-large. I want them for the range so I can outrange Wulfhart. The problem is if he brings different artillery, I'll get outranged and die. So this is a huge risk. It's a huge risk, and I'm not sure it's a good one. I'm not sure it's a good one. Let's rethink this front line a little. What if we could do something like this? The Sacred Croxies help me against... The Sacred Croxies help me against Cav, but they can also punch through infantry and go after a Lord. The Salamander hunting packs go after large targets or otherwise just kind of do their thing. We need magic, though. We need a skinky priest. Or Croak, but Croak's way too expensive. We can get this skink priest down to a pretty good cost here. I know I want Curse the Midnight Wind. Wind Blast would be pretty good against cheap infantry. Or do we go with a Skink Priest Lure Beast for the Manticore summon? Which could be kind of handy too. Could use Curse of Onrare, maybe. Let's try it. Alright, I want to fight against the Empire, and I want to do it with Dav because he's good with them. That's why I want him playing Empire. It's good practice for me. 250k celebration giveaway will be on the day of the 250k celebration, which is September 13th. I'm going to schedule the event, and I'll make an announcement video. I'll be doing that this weekend, so keep an eye out for it. It's a good question, Javi. He's probably switched up his army. I doubt he's going to bring the same kind of thing twice, because he'll expect that I would have learned something from it. The goal here is that Empire infantry is not, like, supremely stellar, so I've cheaped on infantry, and I've gone real heavy on Sacred Croxagores. Sacred Croxagores can be handy in lots of different types of fights, but they're also quite vulnerable to missiles. But they smash infantry. They're pretty good at taking down heavily armored, high-value targets. This map's going to make it a little tricky for me to get some of the shots that I want. I'm going to focus on this side of the map because this one gives him a lot of good places for his missile cavalry to Vanguard deploy. This little ridge line right here be a pretty good place for me to set up a couple of Bastiladon solar engines and have a pretty tree-free shot at the other side of the map. That's what I'm going to aim for. What we're going to do is just kind of spread the Sacred Croxies behind the Skinks. Use the Skinks as kind of a charge bait. Okay. Alright, he's got Balthasar this time. We need to get rid of those Griffites. And the Pistoliers. Get back, those are hunters. We gotta back off. Push our army forward. We gotta push those huntsmen back and then we can retake the hill. Okay, let's get back up there. Attack. Let's. What we got out here? Reichsguard. Some Demigriff Knights. Let's get rid of those Demigriff Knights. Start so we can do some work on old Balthasar. get over here and provide some support on this flank. Because that flank's getting hit real hard. We are getting absolutely pooped on over here. These javelins are doing some good work over there. And those sacred Kroxigors got owned by the demigryphs. That's not entirely surprising. What happened to my summon? It failed. That's frustrating. My summon failed and my Kroxigors are almost gone. Let's fire that way. So we can push Balthasar off the fight. We're most likely going to lose this battle. I can't do anything about his hunters right now. That's a big problem. I really want you guys to kill the What happened to the demigryphs? Where'd they end up at? They're over here still. I would like you to kill them, please. I'll try and focus out these demigryph knights. Let's see if we can give my salamanders an angle on the demigryphs. There we go. Summon up another Manticore. We're getting beat down pretty badly. Yep, this is not going to work out because I couldn't deal with his archers very well. Those huntsmen, very effective here. I really just don't have a good way of answering them at the moment. I was pretty happy with the way that these salamanders dealt with some of those units. Balthasar's just going to have too much speed for us at this point, but I've got to try and keep him busy at least. If I go after the hunters, we're just going to get shot by the other one. I can't get them both at the same time, unfortunately. I couldn't deal with his large. I was a little bit worried about that with this build. I was going to give the Sacred Croxies a chance to see how they could do it, but yeah, we can't deal with the large. Let's keep fighting. It's probably over, but we're going to keep fighting. We're going to keep fighting. Crap, if I would have turned around sooner, I could have gotten a shot for sure. Well, we still got a shot. Drop the unit model, I'll take it. Ah, dadgummit. Freaking. Stupid. Manticore. He got it to go crazy, and it works out great, because now it's just going to sit still and do whatever he needs it to do. Let's bring some of these units back. Oh, it's going to be so hard to deal with some of this stuff that he's got left. Let's kill as much of his stuff as he can. If we can kill any of these archers with their ammo, it's going to be to our benefit. Oh, he's got pistoliers out his butt right now. Alright, well, let's just get wrapped up in the middle of these swords as best we can. It's not going to be great. We're going to die. I'm going to put this on to get his leadership up. Let's get the Legion of Chakwa over here. That was a mistake. I don't have enough hit points, I don't think, to ride out all the damage. Let's see if we can run over here to the woods. We're going to get our face shot off right now. Just bend over and take it, Gor-Rok. We almost got Balthasar. Come on down, Balthasar. Let's go, bro. Let's go. Let's go. Bring it. Oh man. I need to play Dob some more so I can get some more practice. He's got some good Empire builds, I like it. Yeah, Wind Blast would have been okay there. How well does Wind Blast work versus spread out archers? Mind if we test Wind Blast on Huntsman? I'm not convinced that Wind Blast is going to be great. It might. It usually, to me, seems... have Lord and Skinky Priest. Alright, he wants me to bring some Saurus warriors to test some stuff on, so I'll bring some. Dalton, thanks for the 5. It says, Air, may I ask what happened to your Kroq-Gar campaign? It is long, old, and dead, and from patch 1. And I don't have the save file. Dalton, thank you for the 5, but yeah, Kroq-Gar campaign is long gone. I need to finish some campaigns, but every time these come out, it's hard to go finish an old campaign because they've patched in all the new stuff. So I really just need to get focused on a campaign and finish it. But the campaign viewership, and I'm not saying I won't do campaign, I will, but I used to get a lot more views on it. A lot fewer people are watching it, and it takes longer to film. Doing the Archaon campaign, it was enough views that the time was worth it. But if people aren't watching the campaign, it makes it hard to justify spending time on campaign when people do watch the battles, if that makes sense, right? And it's, again, not everything's like about, oh, I have to make a bunch of money or these views. I'm just saying, you know, it's got to make sense for the time I use. So I do like campaign. I would love to play more of it, but people just aren't watching it much. The last time I actually got decent views was on the Archaon campaign, and that one took a lot of time and production value. Let's try a non-overcast Wind Blast and see what happens. This is with the Wind Blast cone where it's going to hit a lot of the unit. They're so far spread. Yeah, see, the damage was okay. It's okay. It's not great. And I think it's because of how they're spread out. Wind Blast seems to work better when the unit's tightly packed. It's like the damage concentrates better. He wants to test Soulfire on these Saurus. So that's what he's going to do over here. Let's watch it real quick. Soulfire has some changes made to it, apparently. So let's... I want to see... Okay, here comes Soulfire. It's definitely doing some damage. It's definitely doing some damage. Let's try an Overcast. Now, Overcast technically just does increased armor piercing damage. And Huntsmen are not armored. It did more damage in general. An Overcast Wind Blast, though, what is the magic use there? All these look so similar. Alright, so Wind Blast, Overcast, 11. Yeah. I don't know. What do you all think? Is it worth 11 wins of magic? If they only had 1 or 2 units, I think it could be. Look at this, man. Warrior Priest is like tanking out a whole unit of Saurus, and he's not even on a mount or anything. Holy crap. He's using the Scroll of Power, which let him use that ability twice. It's pretty good. I mean, it's a lot of damage for a unit like that to get in here and cause. Yeah, so say he's using the Scroll of Power, which is a minus 90-second ability recharge. That's a pretty interesting play. I mean... Okay, so Volkmar's even better, and the Archlector. Yeah, because they have Grand Soulfire. So, formation. Yeah, so loose formation actually helps a lot versus Wind Blast. It does melt Empire infantry, so I think if the strategy with Wind Blast was to melt an infantry unit so that you can try and get through to the Huntsman to do the damage, I think that may be the plan. I don't think that the direct Wind Blasting, and remember, I'm on a Pterodon right here. Show folks how quick the Huntsman kill Pterodon. So the Pterodon is low armor. Watch. If he had to fly up, it would be very, very dangerous. Look how quick he melts. Like, so if you make one mistake and kind of take some volleys like that, you're in pretty bad trouble. So the Wind Blast has a range of 100 meters. They're a 160 meter range unit. So I think the Wind Blast is very risky for what it pays off against the Huntsman, though I do agree, yeah, see that? I do agree that the Wind Blast to take out a key unit of Empire infantry to get a break in the line could be useful. Could be useful. Anything else you wanted to try? If not, I'm gonna play some Wulfhart campaign. Now, I can sit here and tell you this. Playing against Obdonite is very challenging. Part of it is a skill thing. And yeah, look at the skink. They're not hitting him very well. Yeah, they're not hitting him very well. You can see all the arrows around him. Plus, he's not a large unit, so they don't get that bonus. Did you hear Total War's making a Troy saga? I've heard that some people think it leaked. I don't think they actually announced anything, did they? Anti-large adds to missile accuracy as well as damage. What? Holy crap, if that's true. Yowza. That's gonna hurt. So, I like playing against Dob for multiple reasons. One, he's a skilled player, and it creates a good challenge. But two, I wanted to play against the Empire because I want to see how people with knowledge of the Empire use this. And I want to see how difficult it makes it to win. Now, when you're playing a new patch, it can be very easy for me right now to scream, oh, Wulfhart's OP. Did you see how he sniped down my Slan? You know what I mean. It's very easy for me to say that. And a lot of people are going to be tempted to do that anytime a new patch releases. He may be OP. He may not be OP. A lot of things aren't. What I suggest is when you all get a new patch like this is play. Get on with a friend. Try some new stuff, okay? Don't just like call everything OP. See if there's counter builds. See what happens in certain situations, right? Because sometimes I feel like that the community cries out for stuff to get nerfed too quickly. Yep. Thanks for joining. Hey, you all give Dov some thanks for joining and helping me out play some battles. He kicked the crap out of me. I knew he would be a tough player, and with the Empire and the kind of shape it is, I honestly think the Empire has a lot of favorable matchups against the Lizardmen. You can look at some of the matchups, just the way the money matches up, and Saurus Warriors are incredibly good against the Lizardmen. But you guys saw what happened when I went Saurus heavy. My Lord was vulnerable, and so my Saurus weren't able to stick around long enough to finish the fight. You still have to deal with Demigryph Knights, and anything large you bring to deal with Demigryph Knights now has to contend with Hunters. So I feel like you have to have a plan to deal with the Hunters, and I don't know what the right plan is for the Lizardmen. I'd have to think about it, and I'm not really a Lizardmen player. You might have to try and rely on numbers to like just simply outnumber the Empire and get a play into the Hunters. So it might be better to try and come with like superior numbers, maybe some Feral Cold Ones and some Chameleon Skinks, and I don't know, just trying to get spread out with a whole bunch of stuff to keep them busy. You're definitely going to have to protect your Lord, but in order to do that, I think you have to keep all their skirmishers busy. And I obviously was not able to do that successfully in any of these battles, which is part of the reason why I got my crap handed to me. Now, hey, we're going to load in this Wulfhart campaign at turn 65, rather than playing from the beginning. Vanguarding something behind could be effective. It could be. What you have to worry about at that point is Reiksguard or the Demigryph Knights. And granted, Chameleon Skinks can deal those guys some damage, but if they get a good, decent charge, they're going to kill the Chameleon Skinks and you'll lose 600. It's kind of hard to defend those things. What do you all think? What would you do in those kind of battles against the Empire? If you knew what was coming, which you don't, obviously, but if you knew what was coming, like those battles I played, what kind of picks would you have wanted to make? Falcon's the guy to talk to about competitive Lizardmen play. Yeah, I might have to talk to Falcon. Maybe we need to get him on one night. Anyway, Dov, we'll have to play again sometime. I enjoyed it, man. It was a lot of fun. Don't be afraid to play good players, folks, and don't be afraid to lose either. I learned some things tonight about the Empire. I learned that the Warrior Priest is much more frightening than he used to be because of what he can do with that Soulfire stuff, so that's something to be careful of. I learned that Wulfhart can snipe you in a dang heartbeat if you don't have any speed. So see, learning things. Don't be afraid to play and learn things, and you can take note of it and kind of learn how to play the game better. Bunch of Dread Saurians and Ancient Salamanders. Yeah, just a whole bunch of them. Spam them out. If the cost allowed me. All right, so let me explain what's happened in the campaign so far. Why did I load into one that we've already started? Well, because you're not going to get to see a whole lot if I don't, okay? So I loaded into this one, and so you start right here at the Scorpion Coast, and you start with a very small expedition, and you're up against some Saros warriors and skinks that are over here in Shotek. It is actually a lot of lizard spam. And it is actually kind of difficult early on. Well, how did I overcome it? Well, this is what I did. You all may have a better strat. And we'll actually look to see if Dov has a strat for this one's too. But here was my strat. Number one, I tried to get a couple of my hunter heroes unlocked early. And this is two of them. I've got Kalara and Hertwig von Hall. And then I've also got the Paladin unlocked right now. I don't have the Dwarf. And so what we do here is... I use my swordsman, and you'll notice that the stats on my swordsman are absolutely absurd. And that's because I have focused on the skill tree under Emperor's Finest. And then I've also gone into the tech tree. I wanted to say they said we can't look at the tech tree, but how am I supposed to play Wulfhart and not look at the tech tree? I don't know, maybe the tech tree is different. They just said not to play Old World Empire, so I think I'm good, whatever. I mean, they said I could play Wulfhart, and if I'm playing Wulfhart, I gotta look at Wulfhart's tech tree. Anyway, here it is. They probably showed it themselves already, too. So, yeah, here, hold on. I used this infantry research, so I got an extra 15 armor for the swordsman, and I got this one right here, which is another 4 melee defense. No, I can't show the Mortal Empires campaigns right now in Joy Life. You can play, I think I could play Wulfhart on Mortal Empires, but I can't play the reworked Empire factions on Mortal Empires yet. They are still under an embargo. I don't know exactly why, but we can't play them yet. But I think this is fair game because they said I can stream Wulfhart. Okay, so anyway, buffed up my swordsman to where these guys are an even match for Saros warriors. And then I made heavy use of Free Company Militia, and if you look at the damage these guys cause, the missile damage, again, I've done some research and upgrades, and they do absurd missile damage. And so this is what helped me overcome the Saros and Skink spam that I was facing, and it also happens to be very good against the Vampire Coast, against all the zombie units and undead crap that they bring. And then I used, because you know you get reinforcements every now and then based on all this stuff going on up here. And so I got Empire Knight reinforcements. These little red things here mean that these guys were reinforcements sent from the old world. And the Empire Knights really lay waste to skinks. And so very, very good choice for me here. And then you start with this war wagon. I've kept it since then. And then I kept some huntsmen around as well. Jacob Blanton, thanks for the 10. He says, I'm now able to play Total War Warhammer, new computer. Which factions are the best for a newbie? I've played Total War games. I'm just new to there being magic in battle. Yeah, so Hobby immediately says Dark Elves and High Elves. I agree with him. I think High Elves playing as Tyrion is a good start position. I'm trying to think of some other ones real quick that are a good solid start position. I mean, Nagarond is probably not too bad. Marathi is pretty hard, actually, for a first-time start position. I think Count Noctilus, if you want to start out with an undead faction, has a very solid starting position. He's off on that little island thing. He can recruit on the go. So yeah, I think Tyrion would be a good one, but I'm not 100% trying to think. But High Elves in general are a pretty straightforward faction to understand. Teclis has a so-so starting position, but I think Tyrion would be easier, and Tyrion's better in battle. Who else has a pretty easy start position? Vampires they're not too bad to start with if you're playing Mortal Empires. But if you wanted to play Vortex campaign, I would go with Tyrion. I would definitely go with Tyrion. Regina's saying she thinks Teclis is easier. The only reason I say he's not is because he's so much easier to get killed in battle, but he says he's not new to Total War, so maybe that's not the case. This army is all reinforcements, by the way, and I just needed them, and you can see it drove me into the negative to get this, but I needed it because of all... I was getting attacked by, like, the Vampire Coast, Lizard Faction, the Intervention armies. I was getting attacked by Savage Orcs. I was getting attacked all over the place, so I had to go into the negative, and that's the way I've been operating right now, is in the negative, and I'm slowly working my way back into positive territory by building up trade buildings and using these basically these industry things. Wulfhart's objectives. People are asking about the objectives. Well, I mean, you're wanting to unlock hunters, capture settlements, and then that's driving this bar up here at the top that I'm assuming also is driving towards the inevitable conflict with Nakai. And this is the hostility meter here, and you can see right now they're very hostile to me. And it's because I've been capturing settlements and doing all those things that the locals just really don't like. So yeah, and then in terms of objectives, that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to unlock hunters, capture settlements, build ports, and in general, wage war and gain riches for the Empire. So that's pretty much the long and short of it. I really want the Amber Bow. Raid any legion or region belonging to the Lizardmen with Marcus Wulfhart. Ooh, man, I want me some Amber. Oh, look, we could raid right here. If I can get there before Tyrion takes it.
Not yet.
He's probably going to take it on this turn in. Or sorry, Teclis.
Very well.
Teclis is probably about to take that. Actually, I don't know if he's at war with the lizards. He is. Yeah, he's going to take it. Teclis has like spread aggressively up the coast and kind of worked his way into some territory I didn't really want him to have, but he did it nevertheless. So, let's see if there's any trade goods over here. Yeah, we've got lumber. I'm going to go ahead and build that because I need to cut that deficit down to 0. But I have to do it a little bit at a time because I'm running a negative, so I have to be winning battles in order to keep my treasury up. But I think a couple of those changes there will help me get into positive income territory. It's a little bit risky for me to spend too much money here, but since we're down to 291, I'm going to go ahead and do it so that over the next course of a few turns we can try and get into the positive. Once I'm into the positive, I'll be a lot more okay spending all my money. Thank you so much for the 10 again. Jacob, appreciate you being here, and I hope you're enjoying Warhammer. Anybody else thinking about building a computer or getting a new one, playing Warhammer 2? If you have any questions about it, please let me know. I actually just built one, and I have MSI reviewing the video. It is an awesome all AMD gaming computer. I can't wait to show you guys. I'm super excited for it. Alright, the Blue Vipers is deads. Oh, Swamp Town's still around. The Sword of Cain has been claimed. It's still way over here. Scroll of Power. Sweet. Jacob, thanks for the 5. He's back. He says, thanks everyone. I'm doing both Mortal Empire and Vortex. If you're doing Mortal Empires, that opens up a lot more, in my opinion, of things that are probably fairly easy first campaigns. Tomb Kings may not be too bad either. You don't pay upkeep for them. Though, to be fair, I mean, their economy is a bit of a slower start. But, I mean, they're an undead faction. They're fairly easy to understand. Yeah, could be a fun one. I think Vampirates would be pretty easy, too. Let's get... I want to get to the safety of the settlement. I don't want to fight this army alone right now. I don't really have enough infantry to hold this stuff back and beat it. This is kind of like an intervention army. I'm not actually at war with the main lizard faction. Or yeah, we are. How come it didn't show? Oh, because I was clicked on that other one. That's why I didn't show the... Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we kind of need Wulfhart back here, but we'll be okay, I think, at least for a moment. We might actually have trouble here at the Temple of Kara. There's a decent garrison there. It's going to be tough to take down, but there's a decent garrison there. We've got to take out this army, though, and it's going to be challenging. Let's see. Just hearing chemistry causes me pain. It causes all of us pain. I don't know who it wouldn't cause pain to. Unless you're really got a desire to be a chemist. Let's see if we can win this. It's going to be tough. Holy crap. Just finished upgrading my GPU running an MSI 2080 Ti Gaming X. Rip your wallet, Rook. Not even I have bought the 2080 Ti. Now, don't get me wrong. It is a monster of a card. There's no arguing that. And if people want to buy it, then have at it. It's your money, and you will be spending a lot of it. However, that said, the reason I haven't bought it is because it just doesn't feel like enough of an upgrade over my 1080 Ti. And I am not paying $1,300 for a graphics card unless it is a massive performance hike over what I mean, it would have to be like 50% more performance because it's 100% more expensive than my current graphics card. So the value for me was not there. I couldn't do it. I could not do it. Let's start off over here and get rid of these blessed horned ones. They're going to be kind of tricky to get rid of, but let's do it. We got to make good use of our crossbows here if we want to have a chance. But yeah, I mean, a 2080 Ti is insane. It is an absolute beast of a graphics card. And I would say that the only people who should get it are the people who literally have the money to spend and feel like it's worth it to them. Yeah, 980 Ti, definitely, that's a big upgrade. From 980 Ti to 2080 Ti, that's a huge upgrade. That is not a small upgrade at all. Alright, we need to get rid of the skinky skirmishers so we can finish off these horned ones.
Formation march! We are Sigmar's heirs!
Come on, freak!
For the twin-tailed comet! Quick march!
This horned one's really surviving a lot of shots. I guess it's their armor.
Sir. Crossbowman!
Let's back up the crossbows a little bit. Let's help finish these guys off. Gosh dang it, those chameleon skinks are killing me and taking all my ammo with them. My swordsmen are not going to be up to snuff against most of these units. That horned one has caused an absurd amount of damage. Let's get rid of the chameleon skinks real quick, because they are ruining me. See if we can do some work on these Croxies. We definitely want to get their spearmen out there. Let's send the swords this way. The shields on those horned one and the armor is going to make this a big pain in the butt. Oh my gosh, my spearmen are just getting absolutely shreked over here. But we don't have a chance. I'm not going to live more than a few seconds in this battle. These horned ones just won't die. Holy crap. They've got 22 kills and they started with almost no unit models. And then that Sacred Croxigor just hacked through a spear unit like it was not even there. Yikes. Rip us. Alright, okay. I get it. This one's going for the wizards. I got it. Message received. Now, swordsmen are a whole lot better versus the Saurus warriors, obviously when you have a lord to support them, and two, whenever they've had the upgrades and chevrons and stuff like that. None of which the settlement troops had. Heir versus Romulan dog? Oh boy. Y'all up for any multiplayer tonight? Romulan, you don't have an early release build, do you? Do you get such things? Oh, you just made a mistake, lizard boy. You just made a mistake.
What does the Emperor bid?
Yeah, I'm afraid you just made a mistake. He does. I'm probably not going to do any more multiplayer tonight, but for the folks who do have the early builds, if you're around tomorrow, I may be reaching out and trying to do some multiplayer battles that I could record. Have an NVIDIA GTX 1050 Ti, but I would like to try to upgrade my i5 to an i7. I would not upgrade to an i7 until you upgrade your GPU. You're just gonna bottleneck that GPU with more processor. You may get more, but when you're at the lower end of the GPU, the i5, unless it's a really old one, it's fine. And I would focus on your GPU. That's just me. It depends, though. If your i5 is like a first or second generation i5, yeah, you need to get rid of that thing. But if it is a 6, 7, 8 gen i5, nah, don't waste your time. Until you can afford more than the 1080 Ti, or the 1050 Ti, I would keep that one. My reinforcements are coming in over here. I don't want them to have the forest to be able to walk through, but it shouldn't be that bad. So we can kind of just back up this hill, get a good fighting position.
Sigmar guides us. Shaliar protects us.
Okay, here comes all of our extra infantry. This should help swing the battle in our favor. I've been running an i7 3770 for some time. It served me well. Yeah, it would. I mean, sure, the new ones are better at this point. You would certainly get a performance boost. But, and DDR4 RAM would be nice for you as well. But, I mean, it's not going to be the end of the world if you have a good GPU. It would probably work pretty darn well. Okay, let's get all of our infantry grouped up here. I'm gonna go into slow-mo real quick just so I can kind of get this set up a little better. Oh, it's not counting these things as the same units. Gonna put our halberds up front. Get our pistoliers out. Alright, my mortars are in range.
Which target, General?
Not a great target in range for them yet, though, so I might save their ammo.
Fire for now. Taking aim. At speed.
Okay. Oh, crap! I left my generals over there. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. What was I doing? Why didn't you all yell at me? You probably were. Oh, what am I gonna do about this? I've got nothing. Oh boy, this is bad. Alright. Just run. Run, run, run. Run. Alright, just run, boys. gonna let my guns do a little bit of work here. It's time to fall back.
Formation!
Let the halberds absorb the charge.
We serve the Emperor!
Alright, I should be able to bail out my
For the Emperor!
lord
Taking
now.
position.
Alright, good. The Croxigors are going to take severe damage. Let's use our mortars to go after those skinks.
Shields up!
Let's get the handguns.
Form a ring of steel!
Okay, we're just going to try our best to hold the line here, but
Swords!
freaking
Sigmar call!
dinosaurs just shot right through my main line. Come on! Get off me! Let's kill those guys real quick. Just hold our ground. Old reliable stank.
Swordsman!
Let's kind of shore up the flank a little bit here.
By Ulrich's wrath!
Alright, let's keep going after skink skirmishers, or chameleon skinks.
Crossbows ready, General!
How is this thing not dead yet? How did he just plow right through a line of halberds?
Ready!
It's pretty irritating, I'm not gonna lie.
To battle! At speed!
Let's get that thing out of here. Alright, let's get my lords back over here. Get the heck away from me! Halberds, just intercept these guys.
Yes, sir, quickly!
We're winning the battle. It's not an issue right now. AI is kind of throwing themselves away on me, slowly but surely. Let's actually hold this one. Observe.
I speak you!
Throw that in there. We're killing their skirmishers.
Sigmar calls! Shout!
Okay, none of my lords are in big danger. Let's bring them over here. Halberds should be able to hold these guys. Let's bring our pistoliers in behind them and shoot them up. Alright.
Swordsman! For France!
Let's take those pterodon riders out of the sky.
Ah!
And let's get rid of these pterodon riders right here.
Swordsman!
Pterodon riders should die very quickly to
Ammunition! For Sigmar! Fire!
take these guys. Crossbows. Get some crossfire going there. Sara spears going down. Let's go help these huntsmen real quick.
Charge!
Can you please kill those pterodon riders? Like, I feel like that should be a quicker process.
Standing by! Sigmar, preserve!
Let's go take our steam tank and get behind the enemy. And let's go ahead and engage some infantry here. Handguns. You guys want to be a good boy and finish off those Croxigors for me?
Halberdiers! Charge! For Heldenhammer! We are ready!
Okay, Croxies are dead. Take out the birds, please.
Crossbowmen!
Okay, lizard infantry is getting owned.
Which target, General?
Let's take these guys down. Take them all the way down. Now, folks, my mom is in town, so I am going to be getting off here shortly. Now that the embargo is mostly lifted, I will be bringing you a lot of content on this DLC, though, so stay tuned through the weekend. Again, I'm going to be scheduling the celebration event, so please keep an eye out for that. It's going to be on the 13th of September. That is a Friday, and I'll be doing it from like morning my time into afternoon my time, so that should give people of all the various time zones a great opportunity to join in. That is my goal, is to make this as accessible as possible because I want to have a huge celebration. What I need you all to help me with is making sure everybody knows about it. Tell your friends, tell your family. Let's make it huge. We got a 250,000 subscriber special. You all don't know what it would mean to me to get like over 1,000 people on a stream, and let's just have an awesome big time of it. So mark it on your calendar, get ready for it. Morning to afternoon is bad for you, Regina? Yeah, it could be. If you're in Australia, the timing may not be pretty. I can't help that too much though, because whatever I'm doing, Australia's pretty much doing the opposite of it.
Troops ready!
Same thing if you're like off in Taiwan or
Yes, sir.
parts of China or other stuff like that. Is this an unbreakable? Yeah, they're unbreakable units.
Into battle.
Well, you know what else is unbreakable? A steam tank.
We obey, sir.
All right. You'll need some steam tanking. Ooh, poor Saurus. Oh! Boy, he went down. Boy, he went down. Tank! Alright, hey, everybody lay off. Everybody lay off. These two chameleon skinks have a date with the steam tank.
Sigma calls.
Hungrum, thanks for the 5. He says halftime score is 7-7.
Ready for war.
Alright, come on, Marshall.
March. Take the ground.
Hang in there. Don't fear the Smurf turfers.
Moving now.
Hungrum, we're hoping they're going to do well, man. Thanks for the 5.
Launch.
Oh!
Formation. March.
Better run, skink.
We are Sigma's heirs. Don't
Oh, he's
fire.
invisible.
Taking position.
Steam gun him. Steam gun him. Oh!
For Heldenhammer. Bring it down.
Uh-oh. Oh! Boiling steam. They are an intervention army, so the skinks are unbreakable in this army. The whole army is. Because it's kind of like this Children of the Old Ones is a product of the hostility towards Wulfhart's faction in the New World. I know it's going to make a long time for me to replenish, but I'm going to take the money.
My deeds are legend.
I hate the options you have as the Empire. It's like you can get useless leadership, or you can give up precious replenishment that's already kind of low in order to get the money. I wish there was some other choice. I hate the choices. They're very annoying. They're very annoying. Anthony Strickling, thanks for the 10. He says, glad to see your content as always, Air. I would enjoy your campaigns because the work you put in. I do miss the Mars series. Oh man, I'd love to stream some Mars. I really want to get into some other games. I don't want to main other games on my channel, but I want to have a day a week where I play different games. And people tend to not like to watch it. But I'm kind of to the point where it's just kind of like, you know what, tough. I'm going to take some time, I'm going to play these other games, and see if I can build an audience of folks who want to watch that stuff. Without, of course, dumping my main content. I do not plan on dumping my main content. I need to loot this so we can get the amber boat going, and then I gotta get out of here and go help against these other lizards. So, I don't know what you all would think of something like that, but like I said, kind of regardless of what people think, I think I'm going to try it. Like I said, I would not be giving up the Total War as the main game of my channel. Some people are saying Rome 2. Rome 2 is not going to be the game of my channel right now. Warhammer is too much fun. Too much fun. Anthony Strickling, thanks for the 10. Really appreciate it, man. Really appreciate it. You got me remembering how I kind of want to get... No! I think that Marathi just kept me from achieving that. You piece of crap.
The expedition was created
Dang
to
skank
destroy
and
evil
nipple
such
armor
as
ruined it.
yours.
Gah! The skank hole on Marge, we never got to finish it. Then they patched the game. Be gone. I don't want the negative leadership.
We are
Anthony, thanks so much,
the
man.
best.
That is so annoying. That's bullcrap. I was raiding.
Mother of the Tooth.
CA, please. It's so annoying. What do you want from me?
Marcus Wulfhart. Yes.
Onward.
All right, can I raid here, please?
The trap is set.
Is that all right, Marathi? Did I get your approval? I do need to hop off here in just a second, folks. Gotta go spend a little time with my mom. Let's end one more turn. Good gosh, man. Gotta get Marathi's approval. Oh, people saying that I should beat her up just for the trait. What trait do you get from defeating Marathi? Does anybody remember? What trait do you get?
Monster Hunter.
Okay, did we complete the mission? How is this not completed? Raid any region belonging to the following race: Lizardmen, with the following Lord's army. Marcus Wolf. Oh, it's an ambush dance.
My arrow flies true.
Sigh.
Marcus Wulfhart.
Sigh. Sigh. It's a trap. Do you guys ever have? Please tell me I'm not the only one who has moments like that. Do y'all have moments like, look at her, she's over there trying to take this city too. Rip Lizardmen. Anyway, thank you all for the awesome night. Thank you so much for being here. Like I said, a ton more of this content coming your way. 13th of September will be the celebration, okay? 13th of September, and it's going to be awesome. I will fight this battle for the Amber Bow. Probably do it on the channel soon. I got to get the heck out of here and get back to where I can replenish. Let's see. We need to get back over here. Anyway, I will see you all soon with some more. Heir of Carthage signing out. Thank you for being here tonight. Can't wait to show you all more awesome DLC content.